Good evening.
What's going on? It's been a while since I've seen you guys up here. Can't say it's been a pleasure. So speaking on the subject matter at hand, I'm electing somebody to fill one of these. I'm assuming this seat, since this seat is not filled. I don't see Duhaney here either, which isn't a surprise because he hasn't clocked in since he's been here. But just here we do have a candidate in mind, but being that we know y'all stifle for us, we will leave him or her unnamed today for the sake of their own campaign because, once y'all know that, y'all would pounce on, whomever. But we are requesting that whoever does fill this seat, not ignore the families of the different injustices that have gone on here that none of us are strangers to. Y'all seen us plenty of times. Y'all pretty much shut us out, ignore. We've done the sit-down meetings, we've done the phone calls, and now we're just flat out ignored, I guess because we're not the NAACP. The only council member up here right now that has literally reached out to family is Sabrina Wooten, like literally the only one. Aaron Rouse blocks us on social media. He was an NFL safety, but he just said, I'm a bully in the hallway because we tweet him. So I guess he's strong enough to be the safety of an NFL team and the Virginia Tech Hokies that he tells us so much about, but he can't help these families in 6 months. Different. During slavery, you had your house slaves and you had your field slaves, and Aaron Rouse would have definitely been in the house. They have a reference, rhymes with raccoon. He goes with that as well. So the next one up here, please don't neglect citizens because we're not going anywhere. We're growing. We'll be here to pester whomever. So just doing right by the people is not really that hard. And then y'all have the special sessions, and the only time we can speak to y'all is once every 2 months as you sit on your throne of lies, and then you elect who you want. Just like this lady said, she hit the nail on the head. Y'all special did, but he's probably also ducking indictments because the cover-up of Donovan Lynch, the cover-up of Shayla Harris, Pharrell's pulling money out of the city. Y'all going to continue to ignore it until you're indicted. And then you're facing penalties for cover-ups and racketeering and all these special interests. And y'all go to jail like we're seeing people all around the world. So I can't wait to hear them cuffs cling. And as much as y'all hate me, just trust and believe, the feeling's probably mutual. Don't push tourism without worrying about the citizens. Don't block social justice groups for requesting answers. And do your damn job. That's pretty much all it comes down to. And Aaron, you're a safety. You're the strongest person up here, and you feel like I bullied you? Me and all 150 pounds?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Mr. Rouse.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I will let Mr. Jones have a seat before I respond. Tonight, what you have just witnessed is just, number one, it's disrespectful, not only to the hard work that I have continuously served my community, and I've been an upstanding community member of my community for quite some time. I find it disrespectful to these members of this council, and I find it, excuse me, Mr. Mayor.
You have to sit down, Mr. Jones. No, you're out of order. Please sit down.
He's addressing me, but I can't get there for him to address me. That's out of order. See with their own mentality?
Mr. Jones, you are out of order.
What you have here, I was taught that you don't meet hate with hate, you meet hate with love. And the disrespect, I'm used to that. I've taken that. It's something that comes with the territory. We've all no strangers to that. But to say of one's character and integrity is beyond the pale. And for those who would seem to follow someone who is just reckless, who is disrespectful, who uses bully tactics to try to get his point across, it would be like the blind leading the blind. And I would be careful from getting behind someone like that. To set the record straight, and I'm sorry we have to do this when trying to figure out the best candidate to fill the lane.
Excuse me, Mr. Jones, could you put the flag down? We respect the flag, but you're sitting around people.
To set the record straight, thank you, Mr. Mayor. You know, we experienced a mass shooting here. We experienced a weekend where there was multiple shootings, where 2 victims lost their lives and multiple people were injured. Multiple injured. The aforementioned Mr. Donovan Lynch, which I attended the funeral of. Mr. Shayla Harris, which I attended the funeral of as well. And myself, along with 2 of my colleagues, called a special session and brought down the Attorney General to hear the concerns of the family and to figure out how do we bring more transparency to that violent weekend. To fabricate lies and to use their name in such a disrespectful way shows a lot about the character of that individual. So, Mr. Jones, yes, I have blocked you from my social media account, which I know that irks you so badly, because it's okay to have a difference of opinion, viewpoints, and perspectives, but it's not okay to be disrespectful to get that point across. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
And I thank you, and, Mr. Rouse, I thank you for the point. And one of the reasons, Aaron and, everybody else, I had included within the speaker's policy is to strive for civility. And we as the council tried to exemplify that. And, we have First Amendment issues and stuff. We have to let people speak. But I'll tell you what, that doesn't build bridges. It burns down bridges.